dude, you gotta switch to the shotgun. The shotgun's about the game, right? So he finally switched to the shotgun. And he used to be a hardcore chainsaw guy. So Panda hops off for the first time, right? And Panda, you know what Panda's gonna do? He's gonna piss you off. Intentionally. He doesn't care. He doesn't care you're a mask. He's gonna piss you off anyway. He runs up. My friend shoots him with the shotgun, chainsaw him right in half, and he chainsaw him 5 times in a row. And you know Gears of War, I like it because you have 1 life. My friend has to watch, and he's cussing so much. He leaves the room. He tells Panda, go fuck yourself, and he turns off his Xbox. That's how mad he was. So as you ever play with Panda, he's gonna really piss you off. Not to mention, the best part is when he pisses off Doc Jin. That's the funniest. That's the funniest. Also, as you play with Doc Jin's strategy of Left 4 Dead, you're gonna die. What other games? Halo, you're gonna die. Any games with strategy he puts in, it's a bad time to listen to the guy. Basically, it's like listening to a guy with a grenade in his hand and saying, "Follow me, I'll lead you to safety," with the pin pulled out. Guess what? You're gonna die. All right, guys. So here we buy the 3rd suit, and now you look like a big daddy. Yep. So Isaac basically has a condom on his head, and he kind of looks like an astronaut. Is you guys ever watched a classic movie? It's called Space 2010 Odyssey. A really good movie. No, Space Odyssey. Really good movie. Stanley Kubrick movie. I really recommend you watch that movie. It's a crazy movie. Is you're into space or robots taking over the or for just looking at different crazy side. He's a really good director. This director directed The Shining, Clockwork Orange, Who Let Go of the Cuckoo's Nest. Really good movies. I recommend watching them. Is you have any free time or just watch them in general. Really good movies. I recommend. You must see those movies as you're living right now, because those movies are classics. So back anyway. Right now, basically, we're gonna use a little strategy here, and basically we're gonna get some propane tanks, and basically we're gonna put these on the ramp, because basically you're supposed to shoot the space pod. And once you shoot the space pod, the tripod comes out. The good thing is you don't have to kill the tripod. Basically, you can use your stasis. Just focus on using the propane tanks to blow them up, and you have no problem. And make it to level 10. And basically, 5 more chapters to go. And shortly, you get your brand new achievement. You get your nice little weapons, and then you could chill, and then you could say, goodbye, hardcore mode, never again. Yep. Now, the worstest thing is you make... Basically, you're watching someone's strategy, and then you make a strategy guide off their strategy. Because that's just weird. That's wrong. Wrong. Damn right. So once you shoot this could trigger moments, so just shoot one arm off. Use the plasma cutter. It shoots really fast, and basically just focus with your stasis, and you should have no problem beating this level. And so I'll let you guys just watch this awesome commentary of me doing nothing. Yeah. Yep, I got licked by a wiener. Also, I would mention is you die by this guy, and he uses his basically tongue to kill you. It's actually a cool death to watch. Not on hardcore mode, but on any other mode, it's actually pretty cool death to watch. The deaths are actually, I really recommend you kill yourself to watch deaths as you're playing on easier mode, because the deaths are pretty fantastic. How he dies here. There's nothing like the games that had really cool deaths were like Resident Evil 4 had some of the best deaths I ever seen. There's actually a pretty cool video on YouTube to watch Resident Evil 4 deaths. they were freaking awesome how to die. Like in 5, they really the chainsaw, dude. When you got chainsaw, your head just rolled off, blood was squirted out, just crazy. Especially when you killed people in Resident Evil 5, you were a badass. That game was Resident Evil 4 was one of the best games to come out. It came out for the GameCube, and most people didn't play the GameCube. And this was like one of the hardcore games. Really changed games. Resident Evil 4 changed games. That game really brought a new genre to video games, and I hope they make a Resident Evil 6. Please, Capcom, can you make a Resident Evil 6? I really want to play it, and don't make it co-op. Please. Or new character. I know Wesker's not dead. We all know he's not dead. You can't kill the main bad guy. Oh, shut up, Ellie. No one gives a shit about you. Blah, 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 blah. Just do it. So right now you're going back to the Ishimura where all this baddie stuff happened, and you're gonna have to fight brutes, jungle cats, a junkie with a baseball bat in the alley. That's actually from a song. You failed. Your house fell apart. Yeah. Are you happy? Look at that. You just killed a bunch of little innocent people. You're sick. You're sick. I love how Subway they say eat fresh, but sometimes when I look at the items, I'm like, dude, that's not fresh. That kind of looks like old. Like, I don't know. It's people like Subway eat fresh. Or 2 days later, vegetables that we just put out. Oh god, I'm gonna puke. Also to mention, is you guys like tuna? That stuff's nasty. My funniest thing was my friend. He loves tuna sandwiches, right? His name's Solace. When he goes to Subway, he gets a tuna sandwich, right? The funniest thing was the other day, I went with my mom to Subway, and she says that's the nastiest tuna she ever ate in her life. So the funniest thing, Solace loves that tuna. He says it's really good, and a person says that tuna is nasty. I think it's probably nasty. So you have to say, how bad are Solace's taste buds? Kind of does look like a junkie. He's kind of too skinny. His eyes are really baggy. He cut his hair now. Before he looked kind of weird because his hair was like long. I mean, how long? Well, pretty long to cover his neck down to his butt crack. That's how long his hair was. Pretty weird. Alright, so this is a little funny message. I don't play it, but it's actually, the messages are pretty funny in this. Sometimes it's interesting. Like, when you get basically collectibles, and they add more to the game than just looking about interesting, like, Bioshocks, Auto Diaries, that actually put more inplay into this one. Some of the Dead Space ones are talking, not the reading ones, but talking about some are interesting, some are not. Of course it's not gonna work. It's a freaking horror video game. But what do you think it's gonna be easy? What you think you just go walk in here, turn on a switch, come out without nothing happen? I never even seen that in a video game. The only ones are crappy ones. So guys, you son of a bitch telephone, you better be the most important person in the world. You better tell me I want $1 million. Actually, today $1 million is not even worth jack shit. It's kind of a lot of money, but not today in today's world, which is kind of funny. Back in the old days, as you have $1 million, you can basically buy whatever you want. Today, as you spend $1 million, the IRS will be after you, put you in behind bars. Alright, so this is where the original, where you get your plasma cutter, and told you to cut off limbs. So, are you happy you killed those children? They fell off a bridge. You can tell their mother and father. Success. Yeah, but it's opposite. Was opposite day. So. Oh, that you're dead. I have a question. Since I watched The Karate Kid, will a bunch of Chinese people watch is a black kid gets beat up by an Asian kid and no one helps out? We should. So we're gonna get our black friend And we're gonna tell him he says a bunch of nasty stuff to some guy who knows Kung Fu. And we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. No, I'm just joking. Don't forget, we are gonna test how powerful a taser is against Panda, because Panda says he could take electricity shock easily. So we're still gonna test it. So stay tuned. The video's coming out very soon. We told you we took out a lawsuit. There's nothing to worry about. We told you as you get harmed, we will trade a bag of bamboos for you. So your parents agreed on it. How do you feel about that?
Fuck you.
That's not nice. The bamboos are pretty nice. They're made out of bamboo. Alright, so right here, there's a little trick. Use the striker to shoot in the shoulder blade. Now, as you have to use that many bullets in real life as you're a sniper, you suck. Actually, Canadians are actually really good snipers. The third best snipers in the war. Huh. Alright, so shoot. Basically, you want to shoot the yellow, remember? So shoot the yellow. There you go. Kill them. U.S. Marines. They're the best snipers in the world. The guy shot 26 miles. You don't know how far 26 miles. Do 26 times 4 for all you people. Yeah, they made a book about him. Yeah. Dude, 20s.
Hold on. But then you joined as a sniper troop, right? Sniping whatever class. And if you beat your sergeant in competition, what does that mean? What does that?
That doesn't mean anything. You can be better than your sergeant. It happens sometimes. Sometimes when you cheat someone, they can be better than you. Just like in fighting, sometimes they teach the student, kind of like the old samurai code. Sometimes to become the master, you must kill the master sometimes. It happens. In the old samurai code, when the student was truly the student, you have to defeat the master in combat. Old ancient Japanese code. And today, as you beat your master, basically, you just beat him. And then he drinks heavily and he goes, "Fuck you, I'm so better than you." I don't know. I didn't get that far into my STDs. Bad. Do you know what STDs means? It means sexy time delivers. That's what it means. I don't know. I just read it off a magazine. Maybe. Maybe not. No. Alright, so don't worry about anything. There's no more enemies here, so you can just relax, chill. Make someone massage your feet. Is you into feet? You're weird. I was watching this funny video. It's an old video, but the Jets head coach, is you into football? He has a foot fetish. And the funniest thing is they posted the foot fetish. Yep. They posted this video about him touching his wife's feet, and it's funny. He's just focused on her feet the whole time, which is very weird. I mean, there's so many weird fetishes, but feet fetish, man, how can you be attracted by feet? That's just weird, man, because feet, they smell terrible. You want to suck on these toes? Oh, yeah. Menace. It's by the Wayans brothers, not Menace to Society. It's something Menace to something else. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, the nastiest part in the movie is when he sucks on the toes, they're all hairy, and he puts like barbecue sauce. And then when she does it to him, she puts freaking cheese, and she melts like cheese on his chest. That's really painful. Hot cheddar cheese on your chest, man. That hurts. It's like, It's just nasty. And the funniest part about the movie's not really funny. There is some funny parts in the movie, but it's basically a movie you don't.